Mr. Jay Holiday, my brother, welcome to the show, and we appreciate you taking the time to jump on with us.
Oh no, absolutely, man. First and foremost, man, how's your day going, brother?
Hey, it's a day, man. It's going. You know what I mean? We alive, we
There
breathing,
it
we
is.
healthy. So you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep, 24/7 magazine, man. What's up?
Yeah. So man, it's been a minute. People want to know what's going on with Jay Holiday. You had a lot of success in your career. So let's go back in the day a little bit and kind of talk about your career a little bit.
Let's do it.
How you got into the music and things like that.
Absolutely. What's up? What you want to know?
Just tell us. So how did you get off into music?
Oh man, so I've been singing since I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I've done all the chorus and all that in school and middle school, high school, all that stuff. Um and then, like I was like the singer. I was the boy singer. Like my older sister sings too. She used to sing background for Crystal Waters and stuff like that. And like so I was like the little cousin that sung. So, it started out with me singing for like my big cousin's girlfriends and stuff like that. Like, oh, my little cousin can sing. So it was like the cute, like, he cute or whatever. And then I got older, I got to high school, and I went to three different high schools. So one of the high schools I went to um was like where I got my bug, where I caught the bug. And that was at Forestville High School. And the ninth grade sponsor, her name is Miss Anderson. She basically made me sing in the Black History Month show. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm just using this to get girls. And she was like, well, either you sing in the show or you fail my class. So in my mind, I'm like, well, I can't fail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's history. She's a history teacher. I'm like, I need this as a credit. So all right, cool, I'll do the show. Did the show, predominantly Black high school. They gave me a standing ovation, caught the bug. And then, how it is, like you go from the suburbs to the PJs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like when my dad died, we kind of like went back down on the scale of like class. It's like upper class, middle class, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up back in the PJs, and so I had to transfer to a new school. They didn't have that kind of program. It was just like football, basketball. Um, they didn't even have a glee club, none of that. So they had no after school programs for entertainers. So I started one. And then that's when I got in my first group. And so from there, fast forward, ended up going to another high school. I went to three different high schools. I know it sounds crazy, but um, when I got to my final high school that I graduated from, I actually graduated from TC Williams. We got a movie, you know what I'm saying? Remember the Titans, Denzel Washington. Like that's the high school I graduated from. That's when I met my group 295. So back home in DC, we got a highway called 295. Like in Atlanta, they got 285, we got 295. And so that's what we named the group. We thought we was gonna get signed, moved down to Atlanta, didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, all right, look, fellas, I'm not going back home. You know what I'm saying? Like I left two jobs, two cars, house, all that to move to Atlanta to get discovered with my group. It just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was signing groups anymore. Like it wasn't no more Jagged Edge, 112s, Boys II Men, Drew Hill, Jodeci. Like I can name off all the groups. They was like, I think B2K was the last group that made it in. You know what I'm saying? And nobody else was signing groups. So I was like, look, man, it's not gonna work out. Understand this. Guess what? I'm not going back home. So I'm gonna go solo. You know what I'm saying? And you hear the dogs barking in the background. But so we did that for a year. We did that for an entire year, trying to get signed as a group. I left the group. I took like 2 months off, went back home to DC, recorded some stuff. That's when I recorded Back in My Lap, the song for the album. And my manager said, yo, they love it. Get your ass back to Atlanta. So I got on the first thing smoking, back to Atlanta. We finished out the rest of the album. The rest is history. I got signed in 8 months versus running around Atlanta trying to get signed with my group for a year. It didn't happen. I got signed in 8 months. Took 2 months off. Came back. 8 months. I'm signed to Capitol Records. And then that's where Bed, Suffocate, all that stuff come up.
Okay, so me to come into the game and have a hit single like Bed. What was the feeling?
So I had sung background, like, so in that stint of before we moved to Atlanta, I sung background for Genuine for like 6 months. So I saw it. I saw what Star Status can do. I'm like, yo, this G, this Genuine, this Mr. Pony right here. That's my big brother. Like to this day, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Um, but when you're doing something like singing background for Genuine, who has such an incredible hit like Pony. I mean, he has so many other hits, but you know, like Pony was his bed. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think it's gonna hit like that. Like when I'm singing for Genuine, I'm like, oh, yo, the groupie love is real. I'm a background singer, and they acting like I'm Genuine. So you don't think that it's gonna hit like that. All I wanted to do was just get signed, get a deal, get that advancement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people don't think like, you know, you got to pay that back, right? Like,
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
like, man, let me get that advance. Um, and then, you know, I got singing background for Genuine on my resume. And, you know, like he had Tank, he had me, he had Raheem Devon. So it's like, it was kind of like, if you sing background for Genuine, you gonna get signed. Like that's kind of like the mentality of what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll become famous. I promise. You sing background for G, you're gonna get famous. And but you don't never think it's gonna hit like that though. You know what I'm saying? So when Bad hit, it changed my life, bro. Like, and I had songs out. My first song was "Be With Me." That was with Rodney Jerkins. You know what I'm saying? He in the video. That for me, that was an accomplishment. We shot the video in front of Ben's Chili Bowl. Nobody ever did that back home. You know, Ben's Chili Bowl is like that's like going to the MLK Museum in Atlanta. Like Ben's Chili Bowl. If you go to DC and don't go to Ben's Chili Bowl, you didn't go to DC. You know what I'm saying? So we shot the video in front of Ben's Chili Bowl. I got Dog Child in the video. So I made it. I'm shooting a video at home with Dark. I brought Dark Child to Ben's Chili Bowl. So this is before bed. So I'm like, I made it. I don't care what nobody say. Boy, bed hit, changed my entire life, bro. Like it was the fastest moving single to #1 in 10 years. The record before that was Scream with Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. So it's like that song broke records. You know what I'm saying? I can say I broke a Michael Jackson record, even though it was Janet Jackson's song. But I can say I broke a Michael Jackson record, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't even say that. And then I got nominated for a Grammy. I got nominated for American Music Award. I got nominated for an NAACP Image Award, a BET Award. It changed my life, bro. Like Bad was that one. And it's you'll never as much as people be like, I'm gonna outdo that record, you'll never outdo the one. Everybody tries to do it. Everybody, J. Cole, Jay-Z, Maya, D'Angelo, you'll never outdo that first one. You'll have a lot of dope records because now they love you. You'll have more records, but you'll never outdo that one. You know what I'm saying? And it changed my life, and it made it possible for me to take care of my mom, take care of the people around me, feed my family. You know what I mean? It changed my life, bro.
Yeah. Now you said something that a lot of people may not think about, like as a being a backup singer and that being a way to get in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend that to other artists?
Um, I wouldn't recommend it to get noticed. Like, see, this is what happens when you sing background for somebody. If you're not signing to the person that you sing a background for, 9 times out of 10, that's not what's going to get you in the door. But what will get you in the door is paying attention to that person that you're singing background for. Like, watch, learn, understand, see how this game works. Would I recommend it? I mean, some people just, I ain't singing background for nobody. To each his own. You understand what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, by all means, don't sing background for anybody and just hope that you get signed. But if I go into, when I went into my meeting, they like, nah, hey, look, we got this light skinned boy, and I this sound real light skinned, but like we got this light skinned boy, he can sing, he look good, he fly, he got swag, he write his own records, and he used to sing background for Genuine. It's a plus, but it ain't like Genuine making the call like, hey man, sign him. Like that's not how it works. It don't work like that.
Okay. Now, you've had a lot of dope records. You know,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
people records. What has been your favorite record outside of Bed?
My favorite record outside of Bed. One, it would be Back of My Lack. Back of My Lack was on my demo. That's the song. That's my quit song. Like, I did the whole group stuff. And I was just like, man, I don't know if I even want to do this, bro. Like, this music game is whack. So I wrote Back of My Lack on some like, if they don't like this, then they don't like me. Back of My Lack was my, if you don't sign me because of this record, I'm done. And I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna go back to corporate America. And so I would say that's my favorite record because that's like Bed didn't introduce me. You don't know the type of person that I am by listening to Bed. You just like, oh man, he got some baby making music. But Back of My Lack, it told you where I got my name from. When I say, what's my name? Uncle James. That's where I got the J from. That's my uncle. He passed away. I grew up in the house with my mother. I didn't have my punk ass father. That's because it wasn't that he wasn't in the house. It was just he made a decision. He made a selfish decision to not get he had a heart condition. He could have just went and got you know he could have got like his valve cleaned up and all that. He was like, I'm not doing that. Ain't nobody gonna operate on me. So I felt like, yo, bro, like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we depending on you, bro. So I ended up being the person taking care of my mom and my sisters. So that's where that comes. It introduces me as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he smoked weed, he drink cognac. Like, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? But my absolute favorite record would have to be Lights Go Out. On my second album. And what a lot of people don't know about this record, Lights Go Out and Make That Sound. Fun fact, Lucky Day wrote those records. See? See? He wasn't called Lucky Day at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, backtrack and say what he was going by at the time. But yeah, Lucky Day wrote those records. You know what I'm saying? And this is when he was just a writer. He was trying to get on. And he completely and totally reinvented himself and became Lucky Day. But yeah, if you go back and go listen to some Lucky Day records and then go listen to Lights Go Out and Make That Sound, you can be like, oh, that is Lucky Day.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And shouts out to Lucky Day, man. He's killing the game right now.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right. So, being from DC, DC is known for a lot of different sounds.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And of course, oh man, I can't think of the name of it. Is it
Go-Go?
Go-Go, yes.
Yeah, that's it. We're absolutely known for Go-Go. Like, that's our sound. Can't nobody take that from us.
Yeah. So why do you feel no one is actually using that sound on mainstream anymore?
No, you know what? Well, okay, so I'll do this. You had EU, they did Doing the Butt on the School Days. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Spike Lee. So they gave EU a shine. And so if you fast forward, listen to Wale's record. That's Doing the Butt.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
So no, it's been used in mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the name of his song, but he's using the EU sample from Doing the Butt. You know what I'm saying? If you go back to one of Wale's first, like when he first came out, one of his first singles, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah. So I mean, it has been used in mainstream. Nobody ever wants to talk about it, but Jay-Z stole something from one of the go-go bands. Like there was a song called 6 in the Morning, man, came out. And on it's the road to my house. Now what song is that by Jay-Z? See what I'm saying?
I'm not really a Jay-Z fan, so
no, but okay. So the song was how did Jay-Z song go? And it's so funny because it's like I know the record, but just because I just did the go-go version, that's all I can hear in my head now. But he stole that from DC. You know what I'm saying? It's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, so it's always been it's been used in mainstream. It's just people use it how they decide to use it. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the Godfather, Go-Go. Chuck Brown, yeah, Bustin' Loose and all that. Yeah, it's been used in mainstream. Just people don't never really um we don't speak about it too much. You know what I'm saying? Paid in Full is a movie about Cameron was the dude that ended up coming to DC. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
He kept
Oh
talking
yeah.
about DC. That's a real story.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I actually, the funny thing
and
about it,
rest in peace, Alpo. He just, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. And you know what's funny? I just watched a video about a guy. I can't remember his name. He they called him the MJ of murders.
What are you talking about?
He's from DC, but the thing they was calling him the MJ of murders because they
You
said
talking
he
about
killed.
Rayful Edmonds?
No, not Rayful. It was another guy. They said he killed more people than anybody. And he
I believe that. I don't know. Guess what? I don't know. The police might be watching this. I ain't.
but yeah,
No
but the
comment.
dude, matter of fact, he was Outpost hitman, but I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah. See. Yep. I don't know. Yep. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna say nothing. But
yeah.
no. But you understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of people take stuff from DC. We've been in mainstream. Like remember when people were wearing? They called them swag rags,
Mm-hmm.
and they was using like the scarves and all that. We
Yeah.
call them peasant scarves. That came from DC. But then they start calling them swag rags. Like swag rag. We like, nah, that's the peasant scarf. And we had the real joints, the real peasant scarves. But yeah, man. I mean, DC, man, we are innovators, man. We got some of the biggest stars in entertainment. I could run all the names off from actors, actresses, musicians. We can go all day. And of course, we had the first black president. Can't take that from us. So you know what I mean?
And there's something else about DC that a lot of people don't know. The average person, if they don't have never been there, DC has a very, very active and popping party scene.
Absolutely. But it depends. Like you got the go-go heads and then they tried to clean it up though, because they moved the Nationals field downtown, and then you got the Wizards Stadium like all in the same place. So they cleaned it up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it's like Metro DC now. It's not necessarily downtown DC. But if you go like Adams Morgan, I mean, you can still find some fun, some good food, but not so much anymore. But definitely active, but quiet. Like you gotta know somebody from DC to figure out where the party's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I know how to maneuver then because when I got
See, so
there,
you must know somebody.
so it was on and popping.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're gonna get some good food. You're gonna have fun, you're gonna drink, you're gonna dance, and then you're gonna eat at the end of the night.
oh yeah. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. All
Absolutely.
right. So you took a hiatus for a minute, and so I know was it because you was bouncing from label to label? What was the situation?
So after I put out round two, we had singles. We put out It's Yours. It's Yours was my technical fourth single. So I had Be With Me, Bed, then Suffocate on the first album, and then my next album off my new album, round two, was It's Yours. And then after It's Yours, we was gonna come with this song called Fall. We had shouts out to Fabulous. We had him on the remix. And then I also had a song called Wrong Love on there with Rick Ross. Shouts out to Ricky Rose. And they was like, he know too much. So I kind of got blackballed by my own label. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they was just like, nah, if you don't want to listen to us, guess what? We're not going to support you. Still went gold. You understand what I'm saying? I still went gold with no support from them. I mean, it's probably almost platinum now, but still went gold. You know what I'm saying? I sold 250 before I even left the label. So I was just like, I ain't feeling them no more. But people don't never read their contracts. When the artist is ready to put out a new album, the label has to abide by that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to put out a new album, but I said, guess what? I got a new album. It's ready to go. What's up? They was like, nah, it's cool. Sit. All right, let me get my release papers because y'all not ready. So I left. You know what I'm saying? I left Capitol Records. And to this day, my manager right now, he wasn't my manager at the time, but my manager right now, Darius Jones, he was my A&R at Capitol. I mean, this is after round two and all that. This comes later, but that's my manager now. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, So the last record that I did on Capitol was I Won't Tell with Fat Joe. Because Fat Joe had he had an E1 deal, which E1 was going through. I think Capitol was going through E1 and all that stuff, but he had an E1 deal. So that was the last record that I ever did with Capitol, was I Won't Tell. And so I was like, yo, let me go. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I can't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like like you guys are you're stunting my growth as an artist. I was like, y'all do realize Fabulous gave me the feature for free. Rick Ross gave me the feature for free. And y'all acting like, and on top of that, they were mad because they had to pay me my budget to get the album. I didn't even want to give them the second album. I did the whole album at my house. If you go look at the credits, all of them say recorded at Church Boy Studios. That was my house. Y'all want the album? Pay me for the budget. Like just pay my light bill. It's all good. How much you want? I was like, okay, let me think. What number can I give them? I know they're gonna stroke the check right now. And in their mind, they think they won. I was like, just give me 25,000. Stroked it immediately. It's in your account. I A&R my second album. I recorded my second album. I engineered my second album. I like they was so mad. So that's why they was just like, nah. You got like sit down. Because you know too much. We did the album cover in the DR. They didn't want to pay for that. All right, it's cool. I'm making enough money. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was sad because it's just like, why would you treat me like I'm not trying to outdo y'all. There's new people in the label now that weren't a part of the first album. So now they trying to come in and tell me how to be me. Like, you do realize I'm the artist that broke the Michael Jackson record. I got nominated for a Grammy on my first album. I got an NAACP Award, Image Award nomination. I got an American Music Award nomination. I got a BET Award nomination. And y'all trying to come in and tell me how to be me? They were so mad they had to cut me the check. After that, they was just like, nope. So I left the label. I was like, what I'm gonna do? Shouts out to L.A. Reid. He was actually about to leave Def Jam. And he was like, you know, like when you on your way out the door, you want to like leave a stamp or whatever. Like, so he signed me, cut me $100,000 check, signed me to Def Jam. But then he left. He went and did was it X Factor? It was something like that, one of the TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was nobody's baby at the label. They was just like, we got Jay Holiday too. You know what I'm saying? So I sat for 2.5 years. So that's what happened with that shit. I sat for 2.5 years on Def Jam, and I hit him with the same thing. I'm ready to put an album out. Y'all not ready? Let me go. Because anytime I put out like a mixtape thing, anytime I put out any kind of like music on YouTube or anything, they blocked it. Like, how you gonna block it, but you don't want to put out my album?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go. Just let me go then. I ain't making no money with y'all anyway. I'm only making money off of shows and my albums, writing, publishing, stuff like that. Like, let me go. So they let me go. I can say that I was signed to Def Jam though. A lot of people, that's a dream for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I was a Def Jam artist at one point in my career. You know what I'm saying? Whether I came out with an album on it or not, I was signed to Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can say that. So now it brings us up to now. I did a third album that I refuse to talk about just because it's bad business and it's pointless. But I did my third album that came out in 2014, and it's a great album. You know, it got some looks. A few people know about the records, and so now it brings us up to 2022 with Time. You know what I mean? So I'm on my fourth album, second album, independent. And you know what? I'm happy, man. Some people are frustrated and they get discouraged. Like, man, I'm not getting the same look I had when I was with a label. Yeah, but you're not making the same money either. You're making more money. Everybody got to come to me now. I'm signed to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm dealing with new artists And they like, man, hey, sign me, man, put me on. I refuse to sign you. If your business ain't in order, I'm going to do a joint venture with you, but sign you to you. That's the game I'm giving them. Sign you to you, bro. Because if I sign you, it's part of the business. I'm taking everything. Period.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do your business and you want to just sign the Holiday Music Group, HMG, by all means. But I try to give them game. Come up with your LLC. Come up with whatever your imprint gonna be, and we'll do this together. And that way, you own your masters. We're gonna own them together, but you have ownership. You know what I'm saying? When you just sign to a label, they automatically take all ownership of your records.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's where I'm at now, man. And we got the new album out, Time. And shit, I'm loving it, bro. I don't have no qualms. I don't have to deal with labels. I don't have to tell nobody's telling me what to do. They're not telling me how to be. And I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I don't have no complaints.
All right. So being an artist, that put records out before the new streaming service and things and all that started, how has that affected your publishing? Is it are you still gaining ground with it like back in the day when people was buying albums and playing like it, or has it cut things in half for you?
Because I'm independent, I mean it's pretty even of when I was signed to a label. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably making the same money I was making as an artist when it comes to a label. I mean, I've never had a 360 deal. I've had so many labels like Capitol tried to get it, Def Jam tried to get it. I'm not signed to 360. You're not getting my touring. You're not getting my merchandise. You can get the album, but you're not getting anything else. So I'm good. All the money come to me. I'm straight. I'm still making the same money I was making, but I hate streaming because them hard physical copies, it was a different life. It's a different beast. You know what I'm saying? You got DJs now begging for, like, you got Serato and all that stuff, but most DJs, they still got the 12-inch vinyl set up. They still want the vinyl. You know what I mean? They just want it. It's like collectors. Like, what you gonna collect on Serato? Somebody take your computer, you're done. So
True.
the real DJs are still collecting vinyls. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different beast. But guess what? I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to answer to me. We make our own price. We do all in. You're not flying us out. You're not getting our transportation. None of that. All in. Give us the money. We'll get there. We'll buy the flights. We'll get our own transportation. We good. You want to do a feature? I'm gonna tell you the price. If you don't believe it, then guess what? We're not doing a feature. I'm not gonna downgrade myself just to make a buck. Because what a lot of people don't know about the game, I can do a feature, right? You pay me, let's just say, we start at $5,000 for features. People be like $20,000, $100,000, $5,000. The feature. You want the video? It's another $5,000. It's $10,000. Now understand, if at any point I don't like this record, cease and desist. But you already paid me to do the record. So if I feel like I'm going to do that to the record, I just don't do the record.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't see me on a lot of features, because it's like, Jay think he better. Like, nah, I hold myself to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not take your money and then just be like, that record's whack. Or the artist you do the record with might do something. Now they in the news. It's bad publicity on you. Now it's a cease and desist. Like, you know what I mean? So, I be wanting to do features, but I want to do features with legends. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do just features to grab a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do that all day long, but it's like, you know how many of those records gonna make it to the radio? If I do 10 records, maybe one.
Yeah, true.
You can leak it, and guess what? I can still cease and desist, take them down. But you didn't pay me to be on the record. I don't want to be that guy. I'm telling you, it's a dirty game, bro. I know a lot of people that do that. They do features, get paid, and then you never hear the record because they be like, cease and desist.
Or they never get it cleared.
Yeah, I'm not gonna clear. Like that's another whole hustle that nobody ever want to talk about. That's a hustle, bro. That's a hustle. And I know
Yeah.
a lot of people that do it. And then it's like, now you want to fight this man because he done took your money. No, just know your business.
Mhm. True
Know your
facts.
business.
So
Just
let's.
know. Just because you pay somebody for the feature don't mean the record's never gonna come out.
Hey, that's
Well, go
true
ahead, my
fact.
bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, so let's jump into time. Another dope project. Um, let's jump into some of these records. Let's matter of fact, let's what's your favorite record on here?
The last record we put on the album, and that record is called Drip. The
Okay.
album was done, and I wrote this record just randomly one night. And I said, bro, y'all didn't send it in yet, right? To be mixed and mastered. I said, yo, put this on the album. They was like, nah, we done. Bro, if y'all don't put this on the album, I'm gonna be sitting on this song and I'm gonna leak it. And then people gonna be like, why wasn't that on the album? All right, man, we put it on the album. Once they put it on the album, they like, you know what? Drip rounded it out. But yeah, Drip is my favorite. And I did writing on a lot of the records, but Drip, that's my favorite.
Okay. And let me step back a bit. Why did you name this project Time?
Okay, so after I did the third album, I don't want to speak of. I was in the studio and I said, yo, cause like we had the girth of the third album done. And I was just like, well shit, let me invite my people to come to the studio and just see, like the album's done. So it's not gonna hurt for them to come. Shouts out to Milk and Sis. I invited them to the studio. They got the most hate that night. So it ended up being they just came and it made me look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I invited them, like I'm telling you, they're dope. They're like, nah, we done, we cool, we don't need them. I said, my apologies. I promise y'all, the next album I do, I'm gonna do solely with y'all. So shouts out to Milk and Sis. And they was just like, you serious? I'm like, no, I promise you, the next album I do, I'm gonna do with Milk and Sis. So we just started working on records. And the first two records I did was 25 to Life and Time. As soon as I heard Time, I said, I'm calling the album Time. This is pre-pandemic. I said, I'm calling the album Time. I said, people don't even understand how special this record is because we spend all this time chasing what? What are we chasing? What, money?
Women.
Girls, women, houses. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just on the man side. Women do the same thing. You chasing attention, validation, whatever it is. But what does that do for you when the time run out? Because every day, you know how every year we be like, man, it's September already.
Boy.
See what I'm saying? Look, it's March already. It's about to be April. Like we like, you know what I'm saying? It's like time, like social media. I hate it. Social currency doesn't exist. Now people are monetizing it. Cool. Now y'all making money off of it. Now it makes sense to me. But before, social currency didn't exist to me. But it's like you're chasing validation online. But the most important currency that we will ever possess is time. It's time. So when I heard that record, it's like running after things that we can't chase, counting out the minutes but can't make it stop. Tell me if you're feeling the same way. Like you're the only person I can't make it up to. Time. You can't get time back.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna call the album Time. Then the pandemic hit, and it was like, I told y'all, time. We don't got nothing but time to make this album perfect. Everybody was balling. Now can't nobody go to work. Anybody in the entertainment industry, if you wasn't getting publishing and then pub checks, there's no shows. there's no nothing. Now you sitting on your hands. Now all you got is time, and you still wasted it. People came out the pandemic just happy to go back and spend their money. I'm happy I can go back outside. I'm gonna go spend some money. Come on, let's run up the check. I've been holding this money for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So we spent that time making it perfect, man. And I just be wanting people to understand, man. I'm R&B, like to the depths of my soul, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've realized that you can't downplay the other sounds. Like let them breathe. It's money out here for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I feel how I feel about it. Just don't ask me. Just, you don't want to know how I feel? Just don't ask me. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? I think R&B has gotten a lot of disrespect. Just like I said, a lot of people stole a lot of stuff from DC. A lot of people stealing from R&B. Like they have they have a category at the Grammys now called alternative R&B. What is that? Alternative R&B. It's either R&B or it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It was rock and roll. It was heavy metal, and then it was alternative music. So I can't really be mad. You know what I'm saying? But just don't say you're an R&B artist and you're not R&B. Like if your music stopped, something happened with the turntables, and you sound crazy, or your auto tune mic stopped working and you sound crazy, you're not R&B. Simple and plain. And that's not me saying any names. I'm just calling it like I see it. You know what I'm saying?
True facts, though. True facts.
I'm just calling it like I see it. And that's without me throwing anybody under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's money out here for everybody.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about Hourglass. What brought that record about?
Okay, so everybody knows the typical technical workings of an hourglass. You turn it over, it's either a minute or an hour. Depends on how big your hourglass is. When it's done, you turn it back over. And that's how, like a lot of that is like in therapy and stuff like that. They do the hourglass, whatever. So for me, shouts out to Milk from Milk and Sis. She said, I want to do a song called Hourglass. I was like, about what? And she was just like, think about it like this. We talk about time. So when you start a new relationship, all you're doing is the hourglass that you have of yourself, you turning it back over. You know what I'm saying? And either the time gonna run out or it's gonna be cool and then you're gonna turn it back over and then you're gonna turn it back over and then you're gonna turn it back over. A lot of people come into relationships, and I've done it personally myself. I blame how I'm treating you because of her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm treating you like a piece of whatever because of somebody did that to me. And that's my excuse. And then the chick is like, look, I could say the same thing. And shouts out to Love Always Ray. And she wrote that. And she was like, you keep hitting my line while you're wasting my time. I got in line, better know that. And it's basically saying I could come in with the same excuses, but I'm not. So stop giving me your excuses. We doing this or we not? What are we doing? Like you want me to waste tears because of some the other girl did? So that's why I'm like, let's fix the hourglass instead of just turning it over and turning it over. Let's fix it. Fix yourself first before you just jump into a new relationship. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
he said, all right.
So, he put a lot of thought into this project we see. Make it all connect.
Because people like, how you gonna talk about time for the whole album? Damn, hourglass. Just think about it. It's a glass. I don't know how many people have actually really broken the hourglass, but it's always glass. I know some people have done it. You know, you either break the casing or you break the actual glass, and it's just like, I gotta go buy another. Fix it before you just turn it back over and start the time over. Mm-hmm. Let's fix the hourglass, this broken hourglass. Because what you can't do is just keep going into the same relationship, because that's all you're doing. If you're just coming in with the last relationship, you're going back into the same relationship. It's just a new girl or a new guy. You know what I'm saying?
True that. So let's The project is out right now on all platforms, correct?
Absolutely. Yep. You can find it on Spotify, Apple, whatever your streaming platform is, you can find it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about yourself. You do have some acting debuts.
Mhm.
Are you looking to get back off into any more acting or anything?
I was just doing that to get my chops wet. I'm more so what I'm pursuing right now is the script writing, and eventually I want to direct something, and I want to write the story. I don't care for act, like I don't have the passion for acting like I do for music. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to write the script. I want to write the story. I want to write the movie that you're watching. I don't necessarily need to be in it, but now that I've done a couple movies, I've seen all of the inner workings of it. I know how it works. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm never going to act again, but acting for me, it got to be perfect. It has to be a perfect character for me. You know how like you see the Denzels and the Leonardo DiCaprio's, and you're just like, oh, he's in this movie, he's in this movie. That they're going to take all the movies because they just like, I can make that do something because that's the passion that they have. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that passion, but I want to write the movies that the Denzels and the Leonardos are in. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's like actors trying to become artists and singers. Like, stop. I get it. Now, if you've done Broadway, that's fine. Go do Broadway. When you start saying, I got an album coming out, I'm going to fry you. Because I'm not, like, that's like me trying to come act. You should feel the same way if I'm trying to transition. There's only been a few that can do it. DMX did it. Tupac did it. Not Mary J. Blige is doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not many people that can actually go and do that transition. You know what I'm saying? And you got not to talk bad about Rotimi, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he
see what I'm saying? It's like it's not
yeah,
bad though. It's
you got
not
to
bad.
say give or take. You know, me say he's a
Yeah,
real
it's
good
not
actor.
bad.
He's a real good actor, but
Amazing actor.
but
And I like the fact that he stays in the island vibes though. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, and he done had some he done had a couple joints, but it's like if you put us on the same show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a singer. I'm a performer, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's only a few people that I won't talk that trash to. Like, I'm not gonna say that to Tank. I'm not gonna say that to the. No, it's a few people that I'm just like, all right, Tank, you got it. But I'm singing a lot of folks under the table, bro.
Okay. You're good. Now, speaking of Tank, Tank brought up that he's about to retire, and he's about to work on his final album. Do you think that there would ever be a collaboration between you and him?
He wrote Fly on my second album.
No, I'm talking about on the track, both of y'all going there.
Honestly, I don't know. I can't say yes or no. Yeah, I honestly, I can't tell you that. You know what I mean? I've never been a studio rap. I'm Jay Holiday. I'm not Jay Holiday, and I'm not Jay Holiday, and I'm Jay Holiday. You buy my albums, like I said, the Fabulous Joint, the Rick Ross, that just happened by chance. We didn't sort that out. You know what I mean? So, I'm comfortable standing 10 toes down by myself. And being mentioned with those names. Will it happen? I don't know, because that's on him. It's are we gonna do a record together? Who knows? I can't say yes or no. You know what I mean? I would love to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Tank, that's like big bro. That's like genuine. Like that's big bro. You know what I mean? But he's saying it's his last album, man. Like he got too much of a love for the business. I don't think he can. I hear R&B money, shouts out Tank. But if you gonna retire, man, hey, thank you while you was here, bro. Thank you for giving us good music, but I don't see it happening.
All right. Now, if Tim and You know, college was like, hey Jay, we want you on this verses. Who would you who would you want to go against?
I don't care. But because they're not gonna do the verses how I want to do the verses.
Mm.
One band, I sing your songs, you sing mine.
Mm.
So it don't matter to me. Like I'm not gonna call a name out because if people are going, they're automatically gonna say, well, his catalog isn't deep enough. That's cool. Trust me. There are people that know all my records. I'm on my fourth album. I'm as far as that's concerned, maybe not single wise, but as far as my albums, I'm good. But are you willing to sing my songs and let me sing yours?
That would be a good twist to it. That'll be a real good twist right there.
And they're not gonna do that, you know. Yeah, I'm not really interested in it. They don't. There's certain verses that make sense, like the Locks and Dipset made sense. Babyface and Teddy Riley made sense. You know, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle made sense. Some of them, it's just like, what y'all doing? Y'all just,
Yeah, I agree.
what y'all doing? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like the Snoop and DMX made sense.
Yeah, too short 40.
And some of them are parties, and then some of them really be going at each other. Like, so what's the are we partying or are we really battling? Because versus to me means, you know, we're opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Let me sing your song and you sing mine.
Yeah, like I
I don't know what else to say.
That'll definitely give it a different twist to it.
Yeah, but I'm not really interested in it, and I'm not interested in calling anybody out. I know too many people in the game, and that just ain't. I feel like the versus thing, like, unless y'all getting like real checks, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not. I don't really think y'all getting real checks. Maybe y'all are, maybe y'all not. I don't know, but what does that do for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does it really do for me and my brand? That's why it's like either you sing my songs and I sing yours, or I'm not doing it. Because what you're not gonna do is I'm not about to become nobody's meme. I'm not doing none of that. Because I'm in real life, I'm a grown man. And I don't play with memes. You're not about to meme me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to Will Smith somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be an example for my kids, man. I don't like, nah. It's just not worth it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, understandable. So what are some other things that you're off into outside of music?
Man, just trying to discover some new artists, man. Everybody's like, so HMG came about because once I went solo, it's like I gotta do something. I gotta sign myself to me. You have to have some kind of imprint. So I got a few artists that I'm developing, that I believe in, that I think are going to be dope influencers in the game. Like I said, the movies, writing scripts, and me and my mom trying to put together an idea. You know, we always be battling in the kitchen and stuff. So, you know, we're going to put a cookbook together, and then we're thinking about doing this like reality TV battle show or whatever. But honestly, man, the only other thing that I'm into is just catching up on time with my kids, bro.
Okay. All right. Now, being from DC, they took the Redskins name from y'all.
Why we gotta go there, bro? Come on, man.
Hey, we gotta talk, a little about DC.
What's your team?
You know, I'm old school to heart. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but the fact that I'm
Okay, you can have that.
In fact, I'm from Indiana. Coach is my second string, but a Steeler, I'm Steelers for life.
But that, like the Colts, that wasn't even the original city, so they don't count.
Yeah, but the Steelers, I've been with the Steelers, since way
I'm a
back.
Redskin fan, and I'm never gonna call them Commanders ever. Guess what? They still that it might not be NFL official gear, but I can still find some Redskins gear. I'm never gonna call them the Commanders, bro. I don't know. Daniel Snyder, do what you do, bro. But I wouldn't have done that. It had to still be red something. Red Hawks, red dogs, red something. But Commanders, come on, bro. You're killing me with that one. You're killing me. Absolutely. It's bad enough that we got to deal with our record every year. Now we got to deal with our record and our new name. Come on, bro. You killing us. You made us deal with the Washington football team, and then you're going to give us another name that we hate? Like, come on, bro. I'm Redskins to the day I die, bro.
So, you know, hey, but actually, y'all have some pretty good seasons up into the second half of the season.
Yeah, and then they gave us Carson Wentz. Like, can we just stop talking about football, bro? Like,
yeah,
it's not even August yet. I'm about to get upset.
I appreciate them taking Carson.
Oh my god, bro! Like, why? Oh my god!
On behalf of everyone from Indiana, we appreciate him taking Carson.
Like, Carson Wentz, what kind of trade was that? That was a crackhead trade.
Hey, we'll take it.
They traded him for a pack of Newports, bro. Like, come on, man. Why we talking about football? I don't want to talk about this no more. I'm a diehard Redskins fan, bro. I'm never gonna call them the Commanders, bro. I would be at the game calling them the Redskins. Oh my god! Why would you bring up football, man? That just hurt my soul, bro.
I had to, I got a friend that's from DC, and
so you know how serious we are.
Yeah, oh yeah, it hurt him too.
And then half of DC is Cowboys fans. This is like they're gonna always be the Cowboys. Now we gotta deal with them calling us the Commanders. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about football no more. Cocaine Cowboys, get out of here.
All right, we gonna leave that one alone. We're gonna leave that one
alone. But at least you called them the Redskins, though. You called them by their proper name. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because me personally, I still don't get, the reason they changed the name. It's that infringement and all of that. It's like, man, come on.
I got Native American on both sides of my family, Blackfoot and Cherokee. I've been called red. I've been called light skin. I've been called all that my whole entire life. That's just kind of how the hood is. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if the indigenous Native Americans want to change, who am I to argue with that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because if it offends them, then guess what? It does. So change it.
Yeah. I got Native American in my family too. So that's why I can honestly say I still don't get it, but okay, it is what it is. I think people just too simple.
Nah, you know what it is? I mean, because I heard the Cleveland Indians had to change their name as well. So I mean, I get it. I guess they like, well, while we getting it, let's get it. Let's change all these names. Hey, by all means, do what you do. But y'all was cool when we was playing the Cowboys and the Redskins every Thanksgiving. Now that's racist. Cowboys and Indians every Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you notice, they stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's racist.
Good point. Good point.
You know what I'm saying? But we look forward to it because the Redskins playing the Cowboys, But I like Texas. The only thing I like about Texas is Houston and Dallas. I hate their team. Their team sucks. Their owners suck. and I don't know. They need to franchise them and go somewhere else. I don't know.
Hey, that ain't gonna happen. But
let's talk. Jerry Jones ain't gonna let that happen.
Oh yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the the industry and the status of the industry, with the fact that the freedom of speech for artists and things, people are cracked down on. It's like if you say some things that you don't agree with, or the public don't agree with, it's like you're the bad guy. How do you feel about that being a celebrity?
I think that they should make us pay for subscriptions. And the only reason why I say that is because everybody feel like their opinion counts now. That's why I never read my comments. People like, yo, you ain't see what they say in the comments? No, I don't care. Waste your time because I'm not reading it. I don't really care. But cancel culture, man, it's messed up. This is how I feed my kids, bro, and I can't speak my mind. I can't give you my opinion. You giving me your opinion as a nobody. You got 6,000 followers. I'm supposed to care. I can't tell you how I feel about an industry that I've put blood, sweat, and tears in. I have no opinion. So you're telling me I have absolutely no opinion. And I'm hating if I give my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Cancel culture, they need to cancel Stephen A. Smith. How about that? Cancel him. You want to cancel somebody? Cancel Stephen A. Smith. Because he just need to stop.
I like Stephen A.
Man, let me tell you something. His sports IQ is great. He's very knowledgeable about sports. But when you start getting into like he makes sports political. Like,
Oh yeah.
Stop, bro.
But that's part of the politics that they push him to. He's that token face that they get there. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what they say about tokens.
Yeah,
he's a token guy. It is what it is. I ain't mad. Stephen A. Smith, get your millions. Do what you do, but stop. He seems to always have something to say about black people.
mm-hmm.
Talk about the Bradys and the Roethlisbergers, and like talk about them, bro.
Now that'll get that contract pool.
But why are you always waiting for us to do something bad and then speak on it? He spoke on the Will Smith thing. Mind your business. That your wife? Was that your situation? You not even in acting, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know. You want to cancel somebody? Cancel him. That's all I can say. But yeah, cancel culture, man. You gotta watch your mouth these days. You know what I'm saying? You can't say certain things about certain people, and that just is what it is. And now you know how when you come into an industry and they're like, but that's what you signed up for. We didn't sign up for cancel culture, but that's what it is now. So guess what? Let's redo our thinking and understand cancel culture is real. And just watch what you say.
Yeah, and that's messed up too.
Just watch what you say.
Yeah, and the crazy part, you know, once you get tagged with some negative publicity, it spreads like a fire with no water around. But when the truth comes out, it's like everybody's mum, you know, and like with that situation with Chris Brown, you know what I mean? It's like they was ready to slander him, and then when he dropped that recording, it's like nobody really want to talk about that.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna give me mine though. You're not gonna walk none of that back. Like y'all not gonna walk none of that back. Man. And I get it. I mean, you know, I got daughters, so I can understand the thought process of people. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, there's so much about me that people don't even know because I don't make it public. Mm-hmm. And people that are connected to me, you're not gonna make it public either. Why? Because we're not gonna do that. Because you don't have the you don't have that layer that's gonna just let it roll off your shoulder. Like for me, I have to deal with it. That's what I signed up for. I have to deal with anything anybody says. Oh, he's a one-hit wonder. Well, why did I have 2 number ones? I don't care about none of that. Well, he only had 2 number ones, but I had 2 number ones. One of them broke a Michael Jackson record. There's nothing you can say to me that's gonna hurt my feelings. Like, well, what did you do? Did you buy the album? Did you get some cheeks off a bed? Stop talking about me. I don't care. Like, I just, you know, and it's sad when you see some people get into some of these situations and they don't realize the world's watching. I don't have my viral moments, and you know what I said? Before I smack somebody, let me just be quiet. Let me just be quiet. And I'm realizing that my opinion doesn't matter. Got it. Noted, heard. And I'm gonna leave it alone.
Right. Understandable.
Yeah. But nah, man, I hate it. And then some people just don't get it. And it's just like, you just gonna stay in the news? Like, staying in the news for negativity isn't cool, bro. That's not fly. Okay, you can fight. Stop before it's over for real.
Yeah.
Like just stop before it's over, because it can be over. Just stop, So
Now, and when it comes to Jay Holiday, what do you want your legacy to be known as?
I just want to be mentioned amongst the greats, man. Amongst the people that I grew up listening to. Like, if people be like, oh yeah, nah, Jay Holiday had that. He had that Marvin Gaye swag. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Jay Holiday's underrated. Thank you. Jay Holiday can sing for real live. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And my fans to keep supporting me, bro. Like, my legacy only needs to be, like, I don't necessarily need the validation, but my true fans are my true fans, and they always stick up for me. Even when I had my viral moments, they was like, nah, we knew what he was saying, because that's him. That's how he talked. Like, because he quiet all the time, and then once he talk, y'all like, oh, he hating, because he only had 2 hits. Like, I wake up whenever I want to, every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my 2nd passport. I done flown 1,000,000 miles around the world on Delta, the most expensive airline. Like, hating? I just thought that maybe my opinion counted. It don't. Cool. I get it. Let me shut up. And let me just keep feeding my family. That's what I want my legacy to be. You know what I mean? I just want people to just continue to keep supporting. One, support Black businesses, music, whatever it is. Support Black. Stop tearing each other down. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they want us to do. All they want us to do is just compete with each other, fight with each other, smack people at the Oscars. That's what they want us to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not me trying to be funny. I'm like, y'all, eventually, that boiling point is going to get there. And that's what we saw. Listen, what we not going to do is keep acting like I'm that guy that's just going to sit back and just keep smiling because I'm in front of the cameras, or in front of my white peers or whatever. Let's just stop tearing each other down. So when I say legacy, my mom she be wanting me to be an advocate, and because we talk about different things between police, violence, all that kind of stuff. And when you take on that hat, when you put that hat on, you're pretty much putting everybody around you in danger. And I want to so bad, but I love my kids and my family too much to feel like I can save the world. That's why there's no civil rights movement anymore, because everybody's scared to die.
True that.
Because it's different now. Before it was dogs and KKK and stuff like that. Like, now it's just police pulling up, pow, pow, done.
Yeah.
I don't want to be no martyr for nobody, bro. And I'm not saying that in a way of I don't believe in my people and I don't want to be there for my people, but it's like, how do I do that and talk how I really talk without becoming a martyr, and my kids just having to say, my dad was Jay Holiday? Because the was is the biggest word in what I just said. Was.
Yeah.
Not even about the music. He decided to speak up for his people and die for it. Like, but what is it doing for us? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there should be more leaders, but my legacy, I'm gonna stick to the music, man. Let's make love. Let's be happy. If you got something that you need to pour out your heart, maybe one of these songs can help you. I don't know. And I hope that part of what I put into the world can help somebody. Like, somebody told me, oh man, you helped me, you stopped me from committing suicide. I was doing 10 years in the jail. Your album got me through. I want my legacy to help people. You know what I'm saying? People too busy buying houses for cars and chains, and like you don't want nobody to call you a nigger, but you wearing chains, bro. Like, so like you have to pick. You have to strategically pick what you want to do in life. I don't got my ears pierced. I don't wear chains. I don't do none of that. I just don't. That ain't my thing. A chain can't make me, bro. A watch can't make me. A car can't make me. Then people see me like, how he afford that? He ain't been doing nothing. Don't worry about it. Just know I got it and I'm cool. And it just is. So I just want my legacy to be help in music and to make sure that my kids can be proud of who their father was. Whether we have great relationships or not. Like, even I don't talk bad about my baby moms or nothing. Because I know a lot of people that do that. And I don't care how bad they treat me. I'm not gonna bad talk them. I just don't. It's too much of that going around. Like, how you gonna bad talk somebody that you used to lay in the bed with, bro? Are you serious? Yeah. Like, you know, you used to smack them joints, right? And now all of a sudden, she's the devil. Like, no, you used to lay with the devil. Like, come on, bro. It just didn't work out. That's it.
Yeah, true that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want my legacy to. I want people to see me for me, man. How about that? Short answer, I want people to see me for me.
Okay. And there you have it. Well, like you say, Time, new project is in stores or all streaming networks. Bro, I definitely appreciate you taking time out of your day to jump on here with us. You know what I mean? And you know we support you. So, and it's an honor.
The last thing I say, stop asking for time if you're gonna keep wasting it. Ooh. That's all I can say.
And we're gonna leave it at that. So thanks again.
I appreciate you. I enjoyed this because some interviews I'm just like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, I can't wait for this to be over. But like, nah, I thoroughly enjoyed this, bro, man. Thank you. Shouts out Lucky. Shouts out to your platform. Stream the album Time, all platforms. Follow me at King J Holiday, and I leave the rest up to you, bro.